Welcome, world. You're listening to Bobby G's Breakroom with your favorite first cousin, Bobby G. Bobby G's Breakroom is a podcast that will provide you with authentic conversation and the unfiltered truth about various topics and events that are happening in the world today. Here in the Breakroom, you will hear in-depth commentary on the latest news, hottest topics, and trending stories in the world of entertainment, sports, politics, and social media. So turn your volume up and lean in to listen to what's going on in the Breakroom.
Hey, welcome world to Bobby G's Breakroom. This is your favorite first cousin, Bobby G, and I want to welcome you to my Breakroom. As you know, the Breakroom is a place where you're going to get authentic conversation about various topics that's trending in the world of entertainment, sports, world events, social media, and everything under the sun. We're going to have a conversation about. The Breakroom is also a place where your favorite first cousin is going to give you uncut commentary. So what I need you to do, and what the listening audience would like to do, is lean in, turn your volume up, and listen to what's going on in the break room. I tell you what, in this past week, I've received a lot of correspondence and a lot of calls and text messages and emails, and I'm going to take the time to respond to a couple of those messages that I was sent. But first, I would like to get into what I like to call the big three. The big three are three things that I want to talk about that really stands out that's going on in the world today. The first is world news. Russia and the Ukraine. The war is still going on between Russia and the Ukraine. My concern about this, and why I want to bring this to your attention, is at some point in time, if not already, our U.S. soldiers are going to get involved. And as you know, people who know me, they know that I am a veteran. I served in the Gulf War. I am a war veteran. So my heart goes out to the families where you're going to have to deploy, and you're going to have soldiers that are overseas fighting a war that they have absolutely nothing to do with. But you signed up for it. You made that commitment. You're honoring that commitment. So I definitely take my hat off to all veterans who are serving in our country, serving in the military in our country. I definitely take my hat off to you. One of the challenges I had for my listening and viewing audience has been, if you send me the soldier's name, soldier's information, I will personally handwrite them a letter. I was very fortunate because one of my listeners sent me in some information that I thought was very good. I'm going to pull it up on my iPhone here. It's called Sandbox. It's an app that's called Sandbox. That's Sandbox. Sandbox. Sandbox is an app where if you have the soldier's name and where they're stationed, you can get in contact with them and you can electronically write them a letter. You can even go as far as sending them a gift card. So I've already reached out to a couple of soldiers and they have received the message that I have sent to them. So if you're listening to me or if you're watching me via YouTube or Facebook, go to your phone, Apple phone or your Android phone, download Sandbox, Sandbox, and reach out to any military member. If you have their information, you can definitely send them a message, send them a gift card, and stay in contact with them. And I'm still issuing the challenge. Please send me those names. I'll do it. I'll take the time, and I'll send those people a message. Moving on, also, with the war with Russia and Ukraine, Brittany Griner, the update with her, she is still over in Russia. As you know, she was a WNBA player, two-time Olympic champion. She went to Russia during the offseason of the WNBA to supplement her income, so she played on teams in Russia. Okay, on her way back to the United States, she was caught with vaping paraphernalia in her bags at the airport, and they detained her. And the latest report is she will be detained for up to 2 more months. So hopefully her legal team, hopefully the people that she have in place that's trying to get her back home are able to do that so she can come home safely. I will continue to keep you updated on what's going on with Brittany Griner and her detainment while she's in Russia. In sports news, this is one I really want to talk about. I'm going to start with my favorite team, NBA team that is, Los Angeles Lakers. Right now, the Lakers suck. Moving on to Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars, we really kind of beefed things up with our receiving core. We picked up a couple new receivers. That's going to help Trevor Lawrence out quite a bit and definitely put him on the map. And my prediction, again, has been Jacksonville will win at least 8 games. 8 games, 2022 season, Jacksonville Jaguars will win. You hearing it here first. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. I have never seen the schedule for the upcoming year. I have no idea who we're going to play against, but it doesn't matter. I believe we have a solid running game. I believe that our quarterback has got his feet up under him. This will be his second year. He has a steady head coach. And I want to talk about his last head coach in a few seconds. I believe that we are in the proper place to do the things that we need to do. Now, we did lose Miles Jack. Miles Jack was a leading tackler, leading defender last year. He's no longer with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and so it's going to be interesting to see how the team kind of replace him or kind of maneuver things around so we can make our defense a little bit better. Like I was saying about Trevor Lawrence ex-coach Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer was reported that he actually got a position with Ohio State as a consultant or something like that. My personal thoughts on Urban Meyer, I've never met the guy, don't know him, but I just think it was a mistake for him coming to Jacksonville. He didn't do the city, he didn't do the sport of football any justice, and he definitely didn't do Trevor Lawrence any favors. So Urban Meyer, hey, good luck to you, but you didn't do us any good here in Jacksonville. In entertainment news, I want to talk about something in entertainment that's really starting to burn my grits. It's the whole situation with Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. At this point in time, hey, look, we're human. We've all been in relationships. Some work out, some don't work out. Some things are pretty good, some things are not. Sometimes you can have a breakup with a person and you still you have children together, you can co-parent and you can do things together. Sometimes it's like that, and we understand. Sometimes it's not. But at this particular point, and this is just your first cuz personal opinion, at this particular point, I think is borderline harassment on what Kanye is doing with Kim. This is probably the first and actually the last time I'm going to say something about Kanye and Kim, because they're all over the news. Every time you turn on your television, every time you pull your computer up, something about Kanye says, something he doesn't like that she's dating this person. Hey, at this point, guys, y'all work it out, do whatever you got to do, but it's kind of burning my grits because every time I open up my computer, there's a picture of Kanye, there's a picture of Kim. So this will be my first and actually my last time having a conversation about Kanye and Kim and their personal matters and their relationship. Moving on to burnt grits. Burnt grits, as you know, is something that happens that really doesn't sit well with you. And I gave an example last week of had burnt grits when driving the car and someone kind of speed around you. And a few listeners actually watched the show and they responded to me. Excuse me. They responded to me, and I wanted to read their responses so the world can hear. The first response came from Miss Phyllis Alderman. Phyllis Alderman, I have known this lady the majority of my life, and I first want to say thank you for listening to the Breakroom. Thank you for listening to your favorite first cuz, and thank you for sending me this message. The thing that burns her grits is this: when someone enters a room and don't speak. When someone enters a room and don't speak. Now, let me paint this picture for you. Here, we're from the South, so it's customary for us to speak when we see someone, if you enter a room, or if we say, hey, darling, hey, honey, hey, sugar, we don't mean anything by it. That's just how we talk. That's just how we speak. That's just our salutations or our greetings for the day. So when Miss Alderman, she sent me this message, I just had to actually laugh out loud because I truly understand what she is saying. So Miss Alderman, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to listen to the Break Room, taking the time to respond to the Break Room. And she actually responded through Facebook. And thank you so much. I'll make sure every time I see you, you get hugs and kisses from me because that's how our relationship has always been. And hopefully the next time someone enters a room, they will open their mouth to speak to you or anyone else in the room. The next person that responded that clearly had some burnt grits was Tracy Carter. And I'm assuming Tracy Carter is a female. Tracy Carter says, he finished within 2 minutes and left me hot and bothered. Tracy Carter said he finished within 2 minutes and left me hot and bothered. Now, Tracy, I don't know if you're going to listen to this or not, but I just want to say this here. If he finished within 2 minutes and left you hot and bothered, maybe, just maybe, instead of him burning your grits, you were burning his grits and he wanted to finish fast so he can go ahead and take care of his other business. It's just a thought. I'm just being devil's advocate here, not trying to take any sides. But hey, who knows? But I want to thank Phyllis Alderman and Tracy Carter for sending in their information, sending in their burnt grits response. And I'm asking for the listening audience, and I'm also asking for the viewing audience. If you have something that burns your grits, please, 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 let your favorite first cuz know about it. We'll talk about it on air. One of the things that burnt my grits within the past week was I opened the door for a lady and she didn't say thank you. Sometimes when you go into a convenience store or a supermarket or whatever the case may be, and as a gentleman, you try to hold the door because you see someone's coming behind you. But when you hold the door, you're coming in or you're going out, you may extend, hold the door, go ahead, ma'am, go ahead, go. And nothing is ever said. That's one of the things that happened this week. And it makes you just want to say, how inconsiderate, how unfortunate you don't see that someone is showing you a little bit of chivalry and being a respectable adult and say, hey, I'm holding the door for you. This is what gentlemen do. And maybe our society has gotten to the point to where we just don't see that enough. I don't know. But one thing about your favorite first cuz, I'm going to always be who I am. So it's not going to stop me from opening doors for people if I'm in a position to open the door for them. But it really burns your grits when someone see you do that and they won't take the time to say, hey, thank you for that. What a kind gesture. So please send in your correspondence about burnt grits so we can see what's really going on. Okay, the topic for the day, the thing I really wanted to talk about today that's kind of been on my mind. We've all kind of experienced this here, but this has been on my mind. I really want to kind of dig a little bit deeper and give some tips. These are 5 simple tips that I have about how are we going to find peace in the pandemic. Finding peace in this pandemic. We know that COVID-19 has affected people across the world in so many different ways. Here in the state of Florida, we're considered an open state, so the rules and regulations are a little more lax. But if you go to a state up north, Boston or New York or New Jersey, you know, there are so many restrictions and you can't do what you would normally do. So your favorite first cuz came up with 5 different things that we can do to help find peace during this pandemic. Point number 1, meditation. Meditation. Some people may believe in it, some people may not. I'm just focused on things that may be of assistance to you and some of the things that has actually helped me. So when we're talking about meditation, spiritual connection, growth, going on a spiritual journey, going on a spiritual retreat, whoever it is that you believe in, what higher being that you believe in, have that spiritual connection. Take time for yourself, either in the morning, during the day, or sometime at night before you go to bed, to make a spiritual connection. Have that quiet time where you can connect with your higher being or your higher belief source. I believe this is one of the things that can help you find peace during this pandemic. Get close with your spiritual connection. The second thing is exercise regimen. Have a steady exercise regimen, meaning join a gym, going on a brisk walk, hey, going on a jog, even if you're into cycling, swimming. There's so many different activities that you can do that can create an exercise regimen for you. Get your blood flowing, create a healthy lifestyle, create an exercise regimen that you're comfortable with, that even if you get up and go to work in the morning, take 5 minutes, take 20 minutes to go for a quick walk, come back, take your shower, get dressed for work. Or if you work all day and you don't have time in the morning, do it in the afternoon. Even on your lunch break, if you have an hour lunch break, instead of going to get the fast food, hey, go take a 30-minute walk around the parking lot. Take a 30-minute walk around the parking lot. Have some fruit and vegetables with you instead of the fast food that's being served. These are all just tips. Number 3, work-life balance. Having a healthy work-life balance. The whole goal is to try to avoid burnout. We know right now with the gas prices being $2,000 a gallon, well, they're not really $2,000, but the gas prices being as high as they are, it's certain pressures that come along with that from an economic standpoint. Okay? The whole goal is to avoid burnout. What you need to do is have a healthy work-life balance. You know you have to go to work and do what you have to do at work, but create those fun activities also that's going to affect your personal life. Don't get so caught up with work that you forget about your life. Okay? Have a healthy work-life balance so we can avoid having any kind of burnout. Okay? Number 4, one of my favorite ones. One thing about your favorite first cuz is this. I really, truly love to pamper myself. Pamper yourself. This is for men as well as with women. Pamper yourself. Spa day, massage, a long time, going on a nice drive by yourself. If you have a convertible and you have a little bit of hair, hey, let the top down, let your hair blow in the wind. Hey, just take the time to just exhale, relax, and pamper yourself. It's okay to get a massage. You can go to Massage Envy and get one for $39, $40. And to some people that might be a stretch, but find some kind of way to do something special for yourself. Women, you get your hair done a week, every other week. You get your nails done, get your toes done. Do something nice for yourself. Pamper yourself during this pandemic. Continue to remind yourself that you are special. Continue to remind yourself that you are your number one fan. Continue to remind yourself that you are worth it. And then, one that I think is the most important is silence the noise around you. Try your best to silence the noise around you. Now, what this means to me is this. When I'm silencing the noise around me, that means no matter what is going on, I'm going to take a few minutes to have just total silence. Oftentimes, I'm driving throughout my day, and I would turn the radio off. I would turn my phone off, and I'm just going to go on my commute. And it may be a 20-minute drive. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to have any conversations. I don't want to text and drive. Well, that's dangerous anyway. But I don't want to do anything but just go from point A to point B. Embrace the silence. Enjoy the silence. Try to think about something that you normally don't think about while you're having your silent time. When you get to your destination, before you rush to go in, just take a second to break and just sit there for a second and enjoy and let it soak in for a second. It's okay just to be silent. These are my 5 tips that I'm going to leave with you for today. Meditation, exercise regimen, work-life balance, pampering yourself, which I really love, and then what's most important, silence the noise around you. Silencing the noise around you. I hope and I pray that these tips definitely help you find a little peace during the pandemic. For some of these things, they definitely work for me. I don't have all the answers, but I'm here in the break room so we can have conversations about them. This is what I'm going to challenge you to do. I'm going to challenge you to go to YouTube, type in Bobby G Breakroom, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to challenge you also to get on your computer and send me an email, BobbyGBreakroom@gmail.com. That's BOBBIEG breakroom@gmail.com. I'm going to challenge you to go to my email, send me an email. Let me know what you're talking about. In the very near future, we're going to have special guests that's going to come on, and we're going to talk about various topics, specifically dealing with health, mental health, things like that. We're going to have those conversations, and I want to have as many people as possible to listen in to what we have to say, because during this time, especially during this pandemic, people may be going through various different things that we really don't know about. So this is just today's show was just a quick outlet, a quick snippet of things that you can do to kind of help get through the pandemic, but also help with your mental health, help with your overall spirit, help with your overall personality, just getting through some of the hard times that we're all facing at this point in time. Okay, with that being said, don't forget to go to YouTube, Bobby G Breakroom, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to go to Facebook, Bobby G Breakroom, hit the like button. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, Apple Music, Spotify, or wherever podcasts are available, please, please, please type in Bobby G Breakroom. Listen to what's going on in the break room. Each week, we're going to have a different story talking about different topics, and I definitely welcome you all to come in, share a part of this journey with me. And in closing, I'm going to leave you with my favorite quote. And this is coming directly from your favorite first cousin. Live the life you love, but more importantly, love the life you live. Also, real quick, I forgot. I was asked about the Tumblr that I have. To my sister in Christ, Miss Torella Williams, you and your husband Rico, I thank you so much. Thank you so much for making sure you're taking care of your favorite first cousin. I said I was going to give you a shout out, and so there's my shout out. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Until next time, live the life you love, but more importantly, love the life you live.